Hey everyone, it's Leroy here with another end of week update. So as of the end of this week, we've added another 5 positive cases of COVID-19 amongst our employee base. And I understand that case counts are going up across the country and actually internationally as well. And it's not always easy, but there is safe ways to go about living your lives and safe ways about working through this pandemic. Just like zero harm, we talk about it all the time. Nobody ever goes into a situation expecting to get hurt or injured. But we can sometimes have a tendency to let our guard down and take shortcuts. And it's often with the mindset of, well, it won't happen to me. It won't happen to me. I can do this one time and get away with it. It's no different with COVID-19. We let our guard down and we say, well, there's this party going on this weekend, or there's this big gathering, or there's something I want to be a part of. And you know what? I can do it this one time, but it only takes one time. It only takes one time, and then you come back and then you interact with individuals. And before you know it, there's a whole host of people that are being impacted. And I'll just say we've been extremely lucky to date in that we've had 2 individuals so far who have had more serious health consequences as a result of this. But I'm telling you, one already is one too many. And we've had 2. And as the numbers continue to go up, the chances that we're going to have other individuals who have serious health consequences goes up as well. So please, I can't beg you enough. Practice those behaviors that I've talked about ad nauseum every single week, and help do your part in driving the positive case count down, both at Koppers and in your community. Speaking of changes due to employee feedback, for this quarter's all-employee meeting, we're going to be doing something different based upon the feedback that we heard through the recent Kop Talks. We're actually going to do 3 different employee meetings and doing them at different times to accommodate folks in different time zones. So we're going to do one that's geared towards our North American employees or employees in the Americas. We're going to do one at a different time for our folks in Europe, and then we're going to do a third one at a different time for our folks in Australasia. Again, trying to be responsive to the feedback that we heard, which is obviously doing it the employee meeting at one time that might be in the middle of the night for some folks or late in the day for others is not conducive to getting folks online and involved and engaged in the discussion. We're also going to gear each of those meetings a little bit more towards topics that are relevant and important to the folks in those areas. So again, just something that we're trying to do to be responsive to the feedback we've heard. Hopefully you find that helpful and informative, but we really want to get your feedback coming out of those meetings as to what you think worked well and what we can continue to do to tweak and change and improve upon our communication. Next week, we plan to launch the all-employee engagement survey that we've done over the last several years. Really, this is your chance to have your voice be heard, to express your thoughts and opinions on what you think's working well in the organization and areas where you think we can be better. We continue to try and be responsive to the feedback that we've received, even in between surveys. We've undertaken a lot of actions in the last year to be responsive to the things that we heard that are important to you. Some examples of those are the One Koppers team app that we launched earlier this year as we were entering into the pandemic, which has helped communication flow. The Kop Talks that we've done, the periodic talks with smaller groups of employees to get feedback back and elicit engagement amongst our employee groups. The Koppers Kindness Fund, raising funds to put back into the Koppers community to help those that are in need. Adding a global inclusion and diversity director and an inclusion and diversity committee to help drive a stronger culture within the organization. So a whole host of things that we've undertaken over this past year in an effort to be more responsive to your needs. Again, this is your chance to be heard. Please don't miss the opportunity. When it gets rolled out, please participate. Please let us know what you're thinking. and that's the only way we can continue to strive to be better. So I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Thanks. So as you can all see, I'm wearing my Tougher Than Cancer jersey from the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I'm wearing my For a Flow hat, which is a different organization founded by the parents of a young cancer survivor that I met a few years back, Julia Stevenson. And we had the annual Light the Night virtual walk here in Pittsburgh last night. Koppers, as always, showed out in full force, was a great supporter. Thanks to all the Koppers employees who were involved in raising funds for leukemia and lymphoma and their mission. Thank you for the support of your coworkers, who we have several who have dealt with personal and family situations with family members either battling blood cancer today or unfortunately at some point losing their battle. I know that's meaningful to them as well. The team involved internally behind it, Kip Kuzier, the team leader, Lee Swinner, Denise Young, Jessica Franklin, Amy Kushik, you all did an amazing job pulling the program together. And then of course, Tina Thompson and Jen Miller from Leukemia and Lymphoma. You guys do an amazing job as well. But thanks to everybody for your support of LLS in the mission. They can't do what they do without that support. So thank you. As we move closer to the upcoming U.S. presidential election on November 3rd, I want to take a moment to remind everybody, we all hold different views on different issues, which is a good thing. But I just want to encourage everybody to remain civil in your discussions and discourse with friends, family, co-workers about hot button issues that might be important to you. It's often very instructive and important to hear other people's thoughts on these things, and it can be certainly instructive and educational in terms of understanding how others view issues that we might hold dear. So the one thing I absolutely want to encourage everybody to do is to educate yourself on the issues, educate yourself on the candidate's position on the issues, and then figure out what's most important to you and the candidate that aligns with your views, values, and beliefs, and vote. That's the great part of, again, the American process, and you have an opportunity to have a voice in that. Don't miss that opportunity. Educate yourself on the issues and vote. With that, I want to send everybody off on to the weekend, wishing you all a very happy weekend and enjoyable weekend. And as always, encourage everybody continue to stay safe and stay strong.